Hi Virgo, this is your horoscope for December 2017. Now, your ruler Mercury goes retrograde from the 2nd of December until the 22nd of December, and it's in Sagittarius in your 4th house of family. So when your ruler goes retrograde, it's an opportunity for you to kind of revise things and to look at doing things in a different way. It can often get you out of a rut, but you also have to watch out for communication issues that could arise with family members particularly. So if, it's a stressful time of year for a lot of people anyway, with buying presents and getting things ready for Christmas. If you say the wrong thing, just hold up your hands and say, I'm sorry that came out wrong. I didn't mean anything by it. I'm sorry. A lot of people can't do that. So if something goes wrong, they immediately become defensive and they're like, oh, don't take it like that, or there's no need for this, or just dismiss it, get over yourself. You can say, it came out wrong and I apologize. That's going to be your friend this month, because with your ruler being in retrograde in that sign of Sagittarius, that doesn't work with Virgo very well anyway, because Sagittarius is about exploring new things and kind of being 5 steps ahead, and Virgo likes to analyze the detail and look at what's going on. So Sagittarius and a retrograde doesn't really help. So make sure you are thinking about what you say when it comes to family situations. If you do say the wrong thing, just put up your hands and say, I'm sorry. Came out wrong, I didn't mean anything by it. 3rd of December, we've got the full moon in Gemini. And the full moon in Gemini has the number vibration of 1111. So it's really significant. It's like this mystical doorway opening, and it happens in your 10th house of career. So I've made a separate video on this. Have a look at that. The big opportunity as far as you're concerned is career-wise, especially if you're thinking of starting a holistic business or a spiritually based business. This is your full moon. On the 11th of December through until New Year's, we've got Saturn, the planet of structure and routine and security, and you ought to do things like this, and these are the rules. That conjuncts the sun, which is your identity, and they kind of blend their energy together. So both of them are in Sagittarius. Until the 20th, you're going to feel kind of rigid in terms of your opinions, your views, and you just want to get on with it. You might feel a little bit restless. You want to get things moving. You may even want Christmas to be done and over with already. But from the 20th, when Saturn moves into Capricorn, which I'll touch on in a minute, you become very decisive and you take on the responsibility for everything that's going on. So from the 20th, be careful, because instead of just saying, oh, it was my fault or whatever, or don't talk to me that way, I deserve a little bit of respect, which is the other way around. From the 20th onwards, you're going to take responsibility for everything that happens. I worked hard on this Christmas, and then Aunt May came along and had a fit and threw the glasses all over and yelled at everyone and ruined Christmas. And it's all my fault, because if I'd made the atmosphere nicer and if I'd made everyone feel more relaxed and at ease, then that wouldn't have happened and Christmas would have been amazing, and it's all my fault. So make sure from the 20th onwards that you don't take on other people's stuff as your own, that you have a little bit of fun, that you're not as responsible as it feels, because it's going to feel very serious. So make sure it's just like, let's have a bit of fun here. Let's not take it so seriously. If a glass of red wine spills, it's not the end of the world. Let's just chill. On the 17th of December, going through until the 6th of January 2018, we have got the male principle Mars starting to trine. So it forms a relationship. It forms a 120-degree kind of angle with Neptune in your 7th house. So this can be taken 2 ways, okay? So you've got Mars and Jupiter sitting in your 3rd house of communication and the way you think. It's in Scorpio, so you're thinking about your feelings. And with Neptune, the water planet of manifestation and dreams, in the 7th house of relationships, you can feel hard done by when it comes to your love life and your relationships, and you can be like, oh, 2017 was just so awful and nothing worked out for me, and poor me, everyone else is happy except myself, which is not true, but sometimes it can feel like that. Or you can use the energy of Mars and Jupiter to look to the future and to say, okay, 2017 is almost over. what am I going to do in 2018 when it comes to my relationships? And how can I make my dreams a reality? And you can be really positive and look at your dreams as actual things that you can achieve, and just put the past behind you and kind of get a renewed sense of hope. On the 18th, we've got Saturn conjuncting Venus. So the 18th and 19th are going to be weird days for you, because you're going to feel very uncertain when it comes to certain family situations, whether you should put your foot down or whether you should just roll over and just take it. In terms of negativity, just take the abuse. It's kind of hard to discern because you're torn. So it's like, should I even be here, or do I just want to run off and spend Christmas by myself? That's going to get easier on the 20th. You're going to want to be there, but you will take it much more seriously. So moving into Christmas, just make sure that other people are helping you and that you don't take on responsibility for things that really are none of your business. But on the 18th, with Venus being in Sagittarius and Saturn being in Sagittarius, it's about thinking about what can happen in the future when it comes to your love life. So the 18th and 19th, you can really manifest what you want, and it comes off this Mars-Neptune trine in terms of, you know, what are we going to do about this? I don't know where we are right now. It's all very foggy and no idea what's going to happen. I can either trust in the universe that good things are coming, or I can just sit here and mope. And I mean, that's a decision you can make. The 18th as well has the new moon in Sagittarius, and that happens in your 4th house. And a new moon, I'll make a separate video on this, but that's also about new beginnings for you when it comes to family relationships. So new beginnings with family relationships indicates that you're interested in bonding with someone, or strengthening the relationship, or making it better. So that is the one thing that you're certain about here on the 18th and 19th, that family is important and matters to you, and that you want things to work well. That's fine, and that's nice that you as a Virgo will have that kind of energy. Just don't go into people-pleasing mode, especially at Christmas, because God, you'll never stop. On the 20th of December, Saturn goes into Capricorn finally. So Saturn is an outer planet, and this is a big deal. I mean, I've tried to make this video like 5 times. The first time I got rained on. Second time I was outside and a tractor came along and started cutting down trees. Then I was outside again. I wanted to film it outside. But there was a footpath behind me, and I was talking to the camera, and the cyclist started cycling by, and if she just kept going, it would have been fine. But she stopped and started talking to me. And I totally lost my thread, and it just didn't work. So it's interesting that I've struggled so much with the video, because the Saturn in Capricorn energy is all about taking on responsibility and working, and the work is all down to you. It's accepting responsibility completely. So Saturn and Capricorn aren't the same thing. Saturn rules Capricorn, but they are slightly different. Capricorn is about being ambitious and practical and getting to the top of the hill and really working hard to achieve something. Saturn is about making sure that things are rigid and reliable, and that you have structure in your life, and that you're responsible. So when the two come together, all the responsibility falls on you. I don't have money, it must be my fault. I'm not in a relationship, I must have not gone on enough dates. And it goes on and on and on. And everything falls on you. So over the next 2.5 years, you're going to be super productive, but just make sure that you inject lots of fun into your life, that at times you just take out some time to, you know, have a day off and to enjoy yourself, and to do something creative and have fun and go traveling. You're going to be productive anyway. As an earth sign, with this shift of Saturn into Capricorn, you're really going to feel that. The ground under your feet is going to feel much more solid suddenly. Reality, ding, my life is the way it is because of what I've done. That's really what it will boil down to. And it isn't, because yes, you've made decisions which have landed you in certain situations, but other things have happened to you. And you've decided as a response to that, and you've done the best you can. So make sure that you keep your kind of, keep an equilibrium between, you know, not everything is down to me. And I don't have to be perfect, which for you and for me, Virgo is prone to perfectionism anyway, and people joke about perfectionism. It's not funny. It is debilitating. Nothing is perfect. If you try and make things perfect, forget it. Okay, 21st of December, we've got the winter solstice. It's the shortest day of the year if you're in the northern hemisphere. If you're lucky enough to be in the southern hemisphere, it's the longest day of the year. So on this day for you, you've got most of your energy around the 3rd, 4th, and 5th houses. So it's all about family and communication. The North Node is in Leo in your 12th house. So even though you feel very responsible for everything that's going on, the chart is kind of like a bucket. It's all the planets are down there, and then the North Node is like a handle holding all of this. So where's your joy in this? What are you good at? What are you being recognized for? What do you want to stand out for? Think about that as well. It's not your job to keep your mother happy and everyone else happy and to serve lox and whatever it is you eat at Christmas. But it's also your job to really do something that you care about, that you're passionate about, and that you're rewarded for that. And the winter solstice is a nice day to kind of think about that and to get some info from your musings, from your contemplation. On the 24th of December, Christmas Eve, Mercury and Venus are in your 4th house of family, so you're going to have a really easy, good time. 25th of December, Venus goes into Capricorn in your 5th. So you take Christmas seriously, but also you're able to get on with pretty much everybody. You're very kind of like thin-lipped and uptight and self-controlled. Something, you know, there's a lot going on for you. As a Virgo, 2017 may have been challenging for you. I mean, for me, it's been very challenging. It's been a very difficult year. So you may just think, you know, I just need to hold it all together. This is the last kind of thing here in the year. I don't want to show myself up. I've just got to, you know, bolt everything down. My emotions have just got to be right, and I've got to do everything for family. That's, I mean, don't do that. If you're not feeling it, then don't fake it. If you don't want people getting into your business, then kind of just play it by ear. But if there's someone you can confide in and who you can be honest with, then take that opportunity and just share. Don't keep everything to yourself. Blow off some steam. Say, you know, it has been a certain way. You don't have to discuss it at the Christmas dinner table, you know, at lunch, you know, and have a counseling session. But be honest about your feelings and make sure that you don't feel responsible for everything being perfect. Because Christmas, really, as far as you're concerned, you want it to be nice. You like the energy of it. You're making an effort. But it's 2 days, and there's a lot that's going on for you emotionally at the moment. So just be nice to yourself. Finally, New Year's 31st, we've got the moon again in Gemini in your 10th house. So that's another 11-11. You're going to get ideas and insights about how your career will look, what you want it to look like, and how you can work at that being a reality over the New Year period. So watch out for inspirations and new ideas. That time of year anyway is all about looking ahead and looking to the future. So you will get good work information coming in that's going to help and support you. So that's what I got for you in December. I hope that gives you an idea of what you'll be working with. If you want a private reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the Readings tab to audio reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you next month.